everyone, and
Hello.
welcome back to R.A.C.E. Wars, McCracken's R.A.C.E. Wars. As we're here in the midpoint of the season, Eddie, it's race 5.
And so much to play for still.
Oh, yes,
So
yes, it
much
is.
to
Here we
play
have our
for.
beautiful track here, out in the Federated Suns.
Oh,
Eddie.
are we? The Federated Suns,
We're
lovely,
back here,
lovely.
we're back here again, Eddie. And we're flying around. This is referred to as a Tourmaline desert, but I like to think of it as a jewel of racing excellence.
Oh, wow.
So,
It's a beautiful landscape, but not the kind you'd want to go on holiday to.
Oh,
because,
definitely not, Eddie, definitely not. No.
Yeah.
terrifying place.
Yeah.
And we've got word that the one, the only, Billy Sprocket's down in the paddock.
Oh, in the paddock for us. Well, let's see what kind of behind-the-scenes info he's got for us this week.
Can you hear us, Billy?
I certainly can. I can hear you, and yes, it's a little loud down here. They're doing a lot of work and preparation for today's race.
Well, that's important stuff, because Pomfret's had a tough time with customs the last race back on Caustic Valley Speedway. Is there anything you've heard from the team down there, Billy?
Well, I have heard that from now on, they'll only be shipping with new potatoes.
That wasn't really what I was asking about, Billy, but anything about tactics for the race?
I am afraid I haven't heard anything about tactics, but I do know that a lot of the people down here have been playing the new game, Fight or Flight. It's a popular game with the kids, and it seems that several people down here have been fighting over who's got the top score. So far, it's been Lizzie Laderslike, and she's got the highest score. But from what I've heard, the head of the department for painting the mechs is right behind her.
Right, well, thanks to that, Billy.
He's getting real close to beating her top score, and there's been quite a lot of anxiety about whether he will do it.
Well, that's great news. Thanks for that insight there, Billy. We'll get back to the track.
Hey, I'm always happy to help you guys, and let's get back to the race, hey?
Great guy.
Yeah, he's
guy.
a wonderful guy. I don't know how useful that information was, but what a guy, eh? The fact that he can, he just wanders around, they just let him in.
Oh, yeah,
What a guy.
He gets the scoops.
He gets the scoops. But now let's get to the race.
Indeed, Eddie. Well, we're getting on to the first race here, Eddie.
We certainly are.
I'm excited.
Look at them all. They're just absolutely tensed up, ready.
Oh,
and there they go.
I am erect with tension at the moment, Eddie.
Well, that's information I didn't want to know, but look at her go.
Oh,
She's
that's
so
Christina
fast.
Haas out there first,
so
followed
fast.
by a new driver, Humpy Myoma. It didn't go well for Mordecai Hyman.
Oh.
Unfortunate accident after the race, apparently.
Was there? That's okay. If they found all the parts?
Well, Duke Von Hazard assures me he is going to find all the parts, even if he has to physically get down into that meat grinder himself and find it all.
Oh.
Yes, unfortunate end there for Mordecai Hyman. But Humpy Myoma, he's actually a road racer himself.
Is he?
Yes, he's transferred to the mech racing world, and he's very confident in himself.
Where is?
Christina Haas, I think, is just exploring the map.
Okay, well, it's
finding any hidden shortcuts.
Okay,
But,
good for her.
I'm
good
so
for her.
excited.
She's one to watch.
Eddie, this is the name of the series that I'm the most excited about. McCracken's R.A.C.E. Wars.
What does that stand for again?
Racing around, creating excitement.
Right, but it's
good, isn't it, Eddie?
R.A.C.E.
R.A.C.E.
So it's Race Wars.
Oh, God. Eddie!
Race Wars.
Eddie! The blimp! There it goes!
Oh, no!
It's got my face on it, Eddie! Oh, no!
McCracken's Race Wars. Well done.
No. What? There wasn't enough room on the banner to be able to put the whole explanation of so we anachronized it.
To Race Wars.
I didn't see it. The boffins didn't tell me, Eddie, and the shooting's already started. It's insane.
Oh my
Christina
goodness.
Haas, who was in first place, is now just getting absolutely lit up there by the
Oh
drop
my
there.
goodness.
Oh, and the boffins stop downloading in the background. Boffins.
Oh,
causing drops there.
It's that hentai they're so obsessed with.
I know, this ancient art form known as hentai.
Yeah, they're
What
obsessed
is it
with
about?
I think it's a kind of martial arts they're learning.
I thought it was to do with something about tying hens together.
I don't think so.
Oh, ridiculous, Eddie.
It's probably a martial art.
It's all about Roboball.
They're very into it.
Well, unfortunately, Christina Haas of the Golden Hall Stables was the first to drop, and as you say, usually one to watch, but not this time.
Yeah, not on this occasion.
She deviated from the track and died
And
hard.
paid for it.
Yes.
Paid for it.
There's still a lot of action going on. I don't think Rocket can barely keep up with all the shooting that's going on, but we can see MC Hayes there being harassed by the Buccaneers, Captain Killington and Red Randy Johnson of the Team Rock Hard Racing, and he misses the death.
He missed it!
But
what is he doing?
That was MC Hayes being killed there.
But there
by
is a
Killington.
nasty fight going on.
This is
Three-way
2-1.
battle.
Oh! Drop Bear, second kill.
Drop Bear. Oh my goodness.
That was Dimebag Darrell of Clapspate Racing.
Drop
just
Bear
taken out.
is
And
in
it's
the
left-
zone, maybe.
It's left Teufel there, one-on-one with this deadly Nova, firing small pulse lasers like there's no tomorrow. But there's Humpy Myoma. He's currently in first place. He's on his final lap. As he's coming around.
Bringing the fire, literally.
Oh, yes. There's an unusual emphasis on flame weapons
Look
within
at this.
Duke Von Hazard, but this is insane. The damage is flying in. The Drop Bear's now on the back foot. The Drop Bear's losing it. He's getting hit up from all sides. And there goes one of his arms, Eddie. That's 50% of his weaponry.
Goodness.
And there goes his other arm, Eddie.
Oh, the man behind him is limping with a single leg.
Teufel gets the kill, Eddie.
He got him. Oh my goodness.
The Drop Bear been dropped at last. He's down and out, and that's Humpy Myoma's crossed the line. He's first.
Humpy Myoma just wandered off like the kill wasn't even important to him.
His first race in the season, Eddie, and he actually did. But the fighting is still going on as Red Randy Johnson, Headley Lamar, and Captain Killington. Red Randy Johnson's down. Headley Lamar, is this his comeback after his terrible performance at Costing
Come on,
Valley
Headley!
Speedway?
Headley!
Boffins, stop downloading back their boffins.
Oh, no more
Headley
martial
drops
arts.
straight after, and that gives Killington his next victim there. And I guess, Eddie, it's academic at this point. There's only 3 races left, and outside of some incredible look shot, which could be happening.
Oh!
As
We've got incoming fire from across the map.
Teufel is still only just started his 3rd lap as he's limping around the track.
Incoming fire. Oh!
He's firing back. He does have a PPC, possibly an ER model.
Oof.
He's hitting Killington. Killington seemed a bit confused and stunned as to what was actually happening
He
there.
couldn't
at the moment,
believe he would fire at him at that range. I think he was like, what the hell?
He was taking a lot of hits, but
He
that
didn't need
is
to take those hits. He could just get across.
that is indeed
And that's what he's
the
done.
Buccaneers. Captain Killington has crossed the line. And yes, it's fairly academic at this point, Eddie. There's our top
match.
3.
So let's go over to the scores on the doors,
the
shall we?
Boffins have tabulated the scores, and here they are. We've got Captain Killington there at the top with 20, Humpy Myoma with 18, Teufel Hang got 16, Headley Lamar 14, the Drop Bear with 12, Red Randy Johnson with 10, Dimebag Darrell 6, MC Hayes with 4, and Christina Haas of the Golden Hall Stables with 2.
With just 2.
Few teams there have got to work hard.
It's just the first race.
2 more heats to go, folks, as we're already resetting here, and the new mechs have already been... They're highly efficient, Eddie, at doing this. Well, as we begin Heat 2 here,
Heat 2,
Eddie,
yes.
we've got to ask, I know it's become something of a tradition, Eddie, to have something in here in the booth, but what is this that you've brought to the booth?
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm glad you asked.
It looks heavy, and it's made of glass.
No, it's not. It's a plastic.
Plastic?
Yeah, the outer part of
It's
it. Anyway.
heavy plastic, Eddie.
Yeah, well, the innards are heavy. Oh, I'll put it down here. There we go.
Good God.
Anyway, no, this is a piece of history, I tell you.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
it looks historical.
real
Eddie.
piece of electronic history.
Right.
No, these were used in some of the absolute earliest mechs. Yeah, it is heavy though.
What, the Big Mackie?
The Mackie, not
Mackie.
the Big Mackie. That's something entirely different. But yeah. So in the early
Go
days,
for Big Mac.
when they were using the
Neuro helmets.
Neuro helmets,
Yeah.
these were to stop feedback loops.
Oh, well,
So basically,
a bit like when I hit the buffet.
yeah,
That's
maybe.
That's a feedback loop, I've been told.
Yeah, well,
Or was lap 2 starting here, Eddie? So basically, you've brought a piece of a Neuro helmet into the booth.
Well, no, because back then, this had to be a separate system. The technology was in its early days, and so this piece of kit was to make sure that when the hits came in, obviously the Neuro helm detects the hits on the mech. It gives you that info. The problem was back then, without one of these, it could start to cause some minor issues for the pilot. If this
Stop downloading out there, boffins!
Yeah, I know.
And Killington he's dropped. There's like Dimebag Daryl there.
And so these things were designed to stop that. But if they were faulty, which some of them were, or they got damaged during a fight,
indeed,
the pilot could start suffering all kinds of problems, not the kind of problems they just suffered, but the kind of problems of like headaches, nausea, tunnel vision, all kinds of stuff because of the feedback. So they built these, you see, to stop that. Now, over time, the tech got better, it got smaller.
Boring, Eddie.
In
boring. The whole thing is boring. No one cares about
modern Neuro helmets, this kind of tech is built into them. But in the early days, this was the gear. Oh, God.
You must have had a neck like a tree trunk to hold that up.
Even the Mackies that still exist obviously don't need these anymore. They're stripped out. They're using a modern Neuro helm. There's a few. They'll do some obviously updates for some of the kit. So you basically don't find these anymore. These were just tossed away. It's old tech.
I think part of the reason is because it looks quite phallic, Eddie.
It's quite. It is. Well, all the wires came in here. And then you had like another set of junctions in this bottom piece here, and this whole system was just to try and stop, so that the information's coming through, but it's not overloading the mind. And it's an amazing piece of kit. It's so old, and they're very difficult to find. And this one is in pristine condition.
Do you ever wonder why it is that your ratings drop, Eddie?
I could do a whole Belly of the Beast just on this,
that's the ratings drop that I'm talking about, Eddie.
Oh, for God's sakes! This is mech.
The race is over, Eddie. You've talked the entire heat about a piece of
something very, very interesting. I'll have you know.
Oh, I'm sure the audience who tune in for blistering speed and red hot violence on the track, they're wanting to hear about your like Big Mac. Bloody Neuro helm piece that looks very phallic.
They weren't just used on the Mackie for a while, for about 20 years. This was state of the art stuff.
How much did that set you back then, Eddie?
Oh well, I don't really like to talk about the cost.
Well,
so let's go to the scores on the door, shall we?
Well, with the score tabulations,
well, it definitely cost somebody.
We've got Captain Killington on top now with 34,
Cost.
Humpy Myoma with 32, Toyful Hang-Up with 30, Red Randy Johnson 28, The Drop Bear 22, MC Hazer 20, Headley Lamar 18, and Christina Haas and Dimebag Daryl arguably fighting it out for last place there with 8 points apiece. It's not looking good for those two teams. They are having a rough time.
Yeah, poor Christina Haas there, but that's an incredible piece of tech.
Well, Eddie, as we move on to the final heat here on Tourmaline Raceway. We get off. It's Christina Haas there in first. We've got Red Randy Johnson running through the camera. I'm not quite sure how he did that. Some kind of phase technology. We've got Humpy Myoma running up. What are you looking?
The camera could have been zoomed in. He didn't actually run through it.
Phase technology, Eddie.
It's not phase technology.
Well, it's more interesting than whatever that boredom was.
Oh my God! I bring something terribly interesting that most people don't even know existed.
Look, the bird that you brought back a while ago was more interesting. My book, yes, the Deadly was good. That was interesting.
Well, yeah, you got a little overexcited about the Deadly, didn't you?
It inspired me, Eddie. I went out and I bought a vehicle.
Oh yeah, what did you buy?
I bought an Aston Martin 5 Series Roadster, Eddie. 3 wheels at the centre. It's impossible to turn.
It's got 3 wheels at the front.
One at the front left,
yeah.
Right? One at the front right, and then one right in the middle.
Why?
Aston Martin 5 Series. It's got 5 wheels, Eddie.
How do you afford these things?
The generous salary that I get from Comstar and the HPG networks.
Well, we're both on the same amount of money.
Oh, and my book sales, Eddie.
Well, you got some mechs, one of which
I had
was
an
a
advance
captured inner sphere mech that you stupidly thought was a clan mech.
Yes, and the Huron Warrior.
The Huron Warrior.
Someone did actually buy it from me, Eddie.
Someone bought that.
They did, Eddie. They responded to the ad that I put at the end. I mean, you're laughing, but I was laughing to the bank, Eddie. It was good.
That thing's terrible.
I didn't say it was good, Eddie.
I mean, let's
just said
face it, if you saw that on the battlefield, after you stop laughing and pissing yourself, you just blow it up and move on.
Well, I mean, most likely, Eddie. But yeah, there was a mercenary company. I believe it was Wilson's Hussars.
Really?
They were in the market for a new machine, and they bought it, snapped it right on off me, Eddie.
I'm surprised they had the money.
Me too. I assume they took out some kind of a very, very generous loan to afford it, because I was not selling it for anything that wasn't at least 10% above the RRP.
What?
Well, it was kept immaculate by the clans. Everything in it was spotless, Eddie. It looked like it was brand new, and it turned out it wasn't. It actually had been patched back up.
Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose they had fixed
That kind of craftsmanship.
I guess once they put it back together and realised how rubbish it was, they just decided. Maybe
that's what they did, Eddie.
To trick you with it.
But
Told
anyway,
you it was a clan mech.
Either way, Eddie, with the funds.
I mean,
and
the clans have some real corkers when it comes to terrible looking mechs, but even they don't make anything that looks that bad.
Anyway, well, you should be happy. You got your clan mechs. Have you filmed your belly of the beasts?
Well, I'll do one on each.
The baboon of the beast.
But like I said, I'll probably do this as like a special or something, or maybe
God, Eddie,
a smaller.
Eddie, don't do anything about the Neuro helm episode. It's going to tank.
Well, I can do how the Neuro helm as a piece of kit has, evolved over the years.
You're already on a sliding scale.
This is part of the beginning of that. This is history.
Oh, that was a close finish there for the racers. As it looked like Humpy Myoma actually got first place again, and for some reason, the good Captain Killington, has thrown himself into what I like to call the death pit, because death is creeping up on him. It's the drop bear.
Oh,
the drop
why
bear's
did
creeping
he do
up.
that?
He could have survived, Eddie, but it's not going to work. The drop bear's got him in his sights. He's locked on. He wants to kill Eddie. He smells eucalyptus.
They're right near the end. Oh, they are.
He's going to tear him apart,
goodness.
Eddie. And he got him. He got him. Captain Killington is down. The drop bear gets the kill and crosses the line in third place.
Wow, drop bear's now as
not some Dr. Sprepsy, Eddie.
No, thank you. He's now as extinct as this piece of kit.
Well, as we go to the final standings, Humpy Myoma with 50 points. There goes the hairpiece. Von Hazard is very happy with that result.
He is so pleased. He really is bald, and that hairpiece is terrible.
Oh, yes. Well,
I mean, it's amazing.
Don't say that about the...
amazing. Terribly good.
As you can see there with the scores, Dimebag Darrow at the bottom there with Headley Lamar 22, Christina Haas with 24-26. We're going to go over to the pilot kill standings.
I'll be okay.
It's a different story.
He's so happy.
Over here with Captain Killington so far, racking up 21 kills. Drop there with 19. Randy Johnson with 10.
He's just bright. He's iridescent with joy.
You're afraid he's going to kill you, aren't you, Eddie?
I think I'm okay. I think he's so pleased with
I mean, he's
Myoma.
actually stripping down at the moment, Eddie. Boffins, can we do something about Duke Von Hazard? He is overly excited.
Yeah.
As we go over to the team standings, the Roos 222, flying ahead. The Buccaneers are 210. Team Hazard 180. Rock Hard Racing 172. Ridge Rock and Golden Hall neck and neck 164. Claps Peyton 150. Pom Fritz 118 and Alpha Lance holding everyone up with their strong back 112. But that's all in the halfway point. We've got 4 more races to go in the season,
and there's plenty of points to be gotten. So these positions could definitely change.
We'll see you next time for McCracken's Red Ring of Death.
Bye-bye.